Hey everybody, Rick here. This week I'm going to show you how to change a very worn out tire on my lawn tractor that I got for free a few years ago. It's very worn out, time to go. So we're going to upgrade to a new one using basic tools and a minimum work environment in my carport. So let's go see how we can get this done. Okay, so this week I'm going to be changing out this very worn out tractor tire off my lawnmower. This is 15 by 6 inch tire. It's one of the small ones from the front. I'm going to be doing this with basic hand tools and a very crowded, as you can see, a very crowded workbench space here. So let's get started. Okay, the second step you want to do is if you're doing this during the summer and it's on a bright sunny day, take your tire, your new tire, and set it out in the sun so the sun gets it nice and warm and it gets it all softened up for you, especially on the bead area, because you're going to want it as soft as you can get it. You'll see why in a minute. On this side of the tire, the bead is already broke away from the rim, so we got to do the other side now. And for that, I think you can probably just set it on the ground and step on it. Okay, so that worked. Okay, like I said, I'm doing this in a very limited workspace out here on my workbench in my carport, so nothing fancy here. But once you get the bead broke away from the rim, you want to take and get some liquid soap. The soapier the better, and you're going to use this for lubrication. Just want to put this, dump this down in here, get it good and lubed up, make it slippery. And since it's getting messy here, I went ahead and put a medical chucks down here on my bench just to try to soak up as much of that as I can. And then you're going to start working away, working the bead up off the rim. And I'm going to be using a couple of pry bars, a flat tip screwdriver. And this is a piece of a jack from something from off of a jack from one of our vehicles. Makes a nice little flat end here that'd be good to use. So just use whatever you can to work this off the rim. And I'm gonna tell you now, you want to take small bites on this, because if you try to take big bites, you're gonna end up tearing this. Won't matter on an old tire, but will on a new one when we put that back on. So just you can try to pry this up off the rim as much as best you can. Take it slow, take small bites. Okay, I just want to show you this real quick. I got about halfway off, and I found out that once I pull the piece up off the rim with the curved piece, the curved pry bar here, and then hold that with the straight one, then use the curved one to begin to take another bite. That seemed to work better. Okay, so that's one side of the tire off the rim. Only took me less than 5 minutes to do that, but working the other side is a little bit more difficult. Couple things for doing this other side. Since you want to have the rim up close to the tire, we're trying to get it off. There's actually a 4x4 block under here that's in my table vise that's holding it up, and with a rim, the inside of the rim sits on top of that, and it holds the tire up, holds the rim up away from the tire. Again, you want to use plenty of lube, soapy lube for this side also. And when you're using the lubricant, you want to use soap, because if you try to use oil or grease or any other kind of petroleum-based product for this, the petroleum is going to sit on the tire, or the rubber of the tire, and actually keep softening it over time, and especially around your bead, you don't want that. So, and eventually the soap will eventually wash off and be gone, but the petroleum will stick around for a while, and it attract all kinds of dust onto your rim around your bead there, and the dust is going to hold moisture, which is going to also cause rust around your rim where you don't want it. So we never want rust, but you especially don't want it around the bead of your rim. So again, take small bites, go slow, work your way around. Little bonus tip about the soap is now you got something to wash your rim off with. And this is the top of my trash can. I do a lot of work off the top of my trash can because I'm kind of limited for space. So we're going to get this cleaned up now. Okay, there's a little corner part of the hub here, the rim. I'm going to get that cleaned up as best as you can. I know I got some missing paint, chip paint there, but I don't want to take the time to strip it down, paint it, prime it, and wait for it to dry. I'm just going to put the tire on it, hope for the best. And while you're at it, go ahead and change out your valve stem if you're not sure about it. I know mine's kind of nasty looking. It's got dirt down inside it and everything. So I'm going to change that out too. It's really easy to do. Pull the other one out and put the other one back in. Okay, before you put your new tire on, if your valve stem is questionable, like mine was, is all full of dirt and rust and everything, go ahead and replace that now, because you can't do that once your tire's back on there. So you can find these pretty much in any store, back in your lawn and garden section, where you've got your tractor repair stuff. Got valve stems. Put it on, you're gonna take and lube it up with some soap again. And this soap, I'm just using dish soap. So just go to your store and get the cheapest dish soap you can find. You gotta take your cap off. Now to install it into the rim here, you're gonna need some special tools here. This is your basic 4-in-1 tire valve repair kit or tool. This does 4 things. To remove your valve core using this here, you can move the valve stem or the core out of there. This will ream out the hole in case it got stripped. And this will thread the hole, again if it's stripped. This one here will actually rethread your outside of your valve cap screws on for you. It'll thread there. It'll rethread it if it got stripped also. But this is actually what you're going to use to try to pull it through the rim. So once you get this line up here, go ahead and put your valve tool on there. Got this handy little bench vise at a yard sale somewhere, and I love it. It's very versatile. Now, a couple ways you can pull this through. You can use your valve tool here, screw it on there and try to muscle it through by hand. They also make this. It's a little wire cord that you can use to get more leverage with it. And they also make it's like a lever. You screw the lever onto the valve here and you use the side of the rim here to lever it and pulls it through. I couldn't find those, so we just have to muscle this in here. Okay, since I need a lot more leverage to get this through here, I'm going to try to use my tie rod fork here to pry on it. Okay, so I had to put something down in here to get more leverage, so I'm just using a spark plug socket, which is convenient because you have one of those for your tractor anyway. After you lube the back side of your valve here and try to pull it through, I had to rig up some stuff here so I can get more leverage on it. And try to very carefully pull this up through the rim. So just keep working with what you got available to you. I put a bigger socket in it to get more leverage still. I think that's probably about it. Yeah, that popped just now. Yep, it popped. It's in place now. All this stuff here that I showed you, you can probably get on Amazon or any of your big box stores. Or now on to the fun part, putting the tire back on. Now, I gotta tell you, I have MS, so I'm not really strong. And you're gonna fight with this, I guarantee it. There's no easy way to do this, except take it to a tire repair shop and have them do it for you. With a little work and a little perseverance, you should be able to get it on there. Okay, to put the tire back on the rim, you're actually going to put the rim inside the tire first. So get it lubed up really good around your bead area here on the tire, also on the rim where the bead goes. The more lubed up it is, the easier it's going to be. And you want to take and shove this rim, bottom part of this rim, into the tire hole as hard as you can. The harder you shove it, the less pry you have to do. So just get a good shove. Okay, I got it halfway in there. And then we're going to pry this on there, and you're going to take small bites. Okay, that's half of it. And when you use a pry bar, use the long one, as long as you can get, because you're going to need the leverage. I guarantee it. Okay, now, get the other part of the rim up. You get the other side of the tire on, we're going to again lube. You use your soap around the bead area here, real liberal. Good and soapy, good and slippery. I've got my rim sitting up on a block here to keep it up against the edge of the tire here, but it's very unstable that way, so I gotta try to work with what I got it here. See why the soap is so important, because I'm trying to shove this tire down over that rim. I actually had to put my tire in the vise here to squeeze it together. The closer the bead is in the middle of the rim, it's easier to get on. That was a good one. And as you get the tire on further and further, move your vice grips around to help hold the tire on the rim, keep it in place. There we go. Wasn't pretty, but it's on. And now we still got the problem with getting the bead to seal. There's a couple of tricks for that too. Okay, I got this setting back on a block again, so I know that the bottom part of the bead is seating against the rim. Should be almost ready to seal. But if you look over here, you can see we still got big gaps up here next to the rim. They need to be filled up before you even try to put air into it. Okay, to force the tire, top part of the tire up against the rim, take you a thin tie strap, go around the outside edge of the tire where you're closest to where you want to seal, and start cranking down on it. Okay, I apologize for the noise of the air compressor if it comes on because it's right here next to me. I actually had to put a second tie down strap on here to kind of force it out a little more. Keep checking your gaps around the rim here. If you got a big gap here, you take a hammer and hit that part of the tire on the outside edge and it'll draw it up. You'll see it, you'll watch it do that. Keep checking both sides. Eventually you'll get it to where it's just right and you can start putting air in it. Okay, before I go any further, we'll start taking these tie down straps off. So keep inflating until you see or hear the beads pop into place. Okay, this look is already seated all the way around. I don't see any gaps here. The same thing over here. Now, before you take your tie down straps off, let some air out of the tire. Because these straps are really tight right now. So deflate your air, take some pressure off the straps. Okay, I can see it softening off to the bead here. So carefully take these straps off. Second strap off. I'm going to inflate it to the required PSI. Grab my gauge and check it real quick. Now we're going to check the tire for the required PSI, which is 30. And we're only at 10, so inflate it to the about 25. I may keep it a little bit low at first. Okay, we're going to keep it at like 28 psi for now because I want to let it settle in and everything and then check it again in a couple of days. But the tire's mounted, and that's not gonna say it was easy. Like I said, I'm doing this in my carport with minimal basic tools. It's hot out, I'm sweating my butt off, and it was a struggle. You're gonna struggle with it, I guarantee it. But I got it on there. So if I can do it with MS, you can do it. I hope I taught you something you can use. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, please. I really appreciate it. Come back next week and see what we do next. So until next time, we'll see you.